and I was able to get one of the two pins you're going to see. The random gifter nor myself knew what the pin looked like prior to it coming out of the egg. Slowly working on this purse set of pins. I am excited about these pins. These are very fun pins. Next up we have a pride pin. This is my first pin that is representing the Tower of Terror. Oh, look at this little caterpillar. It was $19.99 originally. I paid $5. Grab out my magnifying glass, which I purchased specifically to use with my pins. This Rapunzel butterfly was the second to last one that I needed. Can't really tell them apart. Somebody tried to tell me something once about the shape of their faces, but I love the little polka dots on the mushroom caps. We have another Pride Collection pin, and I just love this pin. These two are just so funny together in the movie. We have our two sleepy little chipmunks. We have a big crack right here. Welcome back for another Disney pin mail unboxing video. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 packages to open together today, as well as one loose pin that I'll just show you the back of real quick. And that is what we are going to unbox together today. So let's dive in. We'll go ahead and start off with this very cute package. This is from TD Collectibles. I love that they now have a sticker, a thank you sticker that has their Whatnot name on it, because it makes it really easy to remember that this is a package from TD Collectibles. And I know not everybody does unboxing videos like this, but for those who do, it makes it easy to share who we got our items from. We got everything from there. We also have this piece of paper that lets us know lots of locations where we can visit TD Collectibles and do some shopping with them. They are a very fun set of sellers. They're a husband and wife, and they're just so silly together. I have a lot of fun watching their shows. So in this package, I received a mystery gift from another Whatnot seller who was in the show, and they just randomly gifted, and I was able to get one of the two pins you're going to see. And then the other pin that I picked up was $3. So this was a smaller purchasing day for me. There were other pins that I was really interested in, but the way that TD Collectibles does their shows, they do a lot of boards and they allow stacking. So if you're just looking for one or two pins on a board, it's a little bit harder to grab them up because other people want to bid up to a higher dollar point and purchase more pins at once. And so sometimes people will even bid up high enough to get pins they didn't necessarily want at first, just so they can ensure that they do get the pins that they wanted, if that makes sense. So anyway, because of that bidding style, it is a little bit harder to get just one or two pins here and there in their show. Definitely manageable if it is something you are really wanting though. So this is the randomly gifted pin that I got. They do mystery eggs on their shows, and this one was in one of the mystery eggs. So the random gifter nor myself knew what the pin looked like prior to it coming out of the egg. But this is the pin that we got. We have Chip and Dale. Dale looks like he finds himself quite funny. Chip is looking like he might find Dale a little bit annoying right now. I don't know much about this pin. I just know that it is quite cute, and I am glad that I was able to get it. I do love Chip and Dale, and I have a decent little collection of Chip and Dale pins going on, so excited to add this one to that collection. And the pin that I purchased was this Ariel purse. I am, as you know, if you've seen any of my previous pin mail videos, slowly working on this purse set of pins, and I was able to grab one more to add to the collection. Got some nice spiky prongs there, back is looking good, and this is the Little Mermaid purse. It's a very cute one, perhaps my favorite one that I have home so far. I really like how this handle is wavy and it reminds me of seaweed. And then of course I love the shell look on the front, the scale look, the starfish in the corners, the little pearls or maybe bubbles that are sort of along the edges there. Per usual, a very detailed pin. Disney knows how to do it. Next up, we'll go with one of these colored envelopes. Ooh, we have a couple of bundles of pins in here. That is everything. I am excited about these pins. These ones are from Spicy Pixie on Whatnot. I don't have a card in there to show that, but I do remember who it's from, and I actually have 2 packages from Spicy Pixie today because I've been saving up my pin mail for a little while to have enough packages to make a full video. These are ones that I was very excited to grab from her show. These are some of their 2024 pins. Some people really don't enjoy dated pins. I don't mind them if the year has meaning to me and or if I just really love the pin, then the date does not bother me. I don't really aspire to have a whole giant collection of dated pins, but as I mentioned, when there feels like there's a meaning or a purpose to it, or I really love the character or whatnot, haha, whatnot. I got these pins on Whatnot. Anyway, then I am motivated to look past the year. But I actually really enjoy that this says 2024 because this is not when I started collecting my Disney pins, but it has certainly been the year where it has really taken off. So I am kind of commemorating 2024 in that way. This pin is a good size pin, and that makes me really enjoy it. Look at all the detailing around the edge here. We've got the sorcerer's hat, we've got Cinderella's carriage, that looks like Tinkerbell. We have a lot of detailed things around the edge of this pin that are representing lots of other Disney characters and movies, and that's pretty special to me. So we have Mickey in the center of this one, and then looking very similar to this pin as you saw, we have this 2024 pin. This is Stitch. He's got the same items going around the outside of his pin, but instead of having a yellow background, he has a green background, and this bottom portion looks a little bit different, perhaps because of the way Stitch is sitting. You can't really see any of that hot pink that you can see behind Mickey, but we just have Mickey's head versus we can see Stitch's body, and Stitch's ears are making their way into this outer circle, whereas Mickey's ears are not. So I enjoy the little differences. I love the glitter inside of the 2024. We've got glittery pink for Mickey and a gold glitter for Stitch. These are very fun pins. I'm going to have to link what these prices mean because I have yet to retain that, but we have yellow and pink. I paid $5 each for them, which I feel like was a great price. We'll see if today turns out to be one of those days where I run out of space on the board because I began with the thought that I'd have plenty of room. That could be what happens. I was having that thought as I put those two pins up there with their backer cards. I would like to keep them on their backer cards because I do enjoy their backer cards, but we'll see what space we have come the end of this video. Next up, we have a Pride pin. I love collecting the Disney Pride collection. Just really appreciate what these pins represent. I want the humans of this world to be happy, and my motto is always, if you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, then do what brings you happiness and joy. And I am big on acceptance, so I appreciate the message behind this Pride collection of pins. So here we have Mickey Mouse in a rainbow pattern, and I enjoy that it's not just the traditional red, orange, yellow, etc. We've got some light blue, some white, we've got black, we've got brown. It's just the full gamut of colors. This was a silver price. Again, I paid $5. Ooh, next up, I'm going to go with the bigger one first. I'm excited about this one. We have a Hollywood Tower Hotel pin. This is my first pin that is representing the Tower of Terror. We have a Minnie Mouse here looking very beautiful, and I'm excited to have this pin because one of my favorite rides at Disney is the Tower of Terror, so having this Hollywood Tower Hotel pin is very exciting to me, and she is a great size. Again, this one was $5. Yet another pin, still from Spicy Pixie. We have the Mayor going along with this NBC set of pins. I have this entire collection at this point. I think the Mayor was the second to last one that I needed home, or he might have been the last one, we'll have to check. But either way, I am close to having this collection complete. I do really enjoy the little gems on this pin. There's a clear sort of coating that goes over the entire pin, including the gems, and I do really like that. It makes the gems feel like they are secure and not going to easily fall off. So there is the Mayor. In this little package that is still from Spicy Pixie, we have a total of 3 pins. This will complete that first package from Spicy Pixie. I am excited to have these two home. This is a collection that I think is very beautiful. It's got some lighter, more pastel coloring. They're all Winnie the Pooh characters, and here we have Rabbit. I love the 60s vibe flowers that are going on in these pins. There are also mushrooms on these pins. Here we have Eeyore, and he's got some very beautiful flowers behind him as well. So this set is now close to complete for me. These two are getting me definitely over the halfway mark. Oh, look at this little caterpillar on Eeyore's back. I'm just noticing that. That is quite cute. And as I mentioned, the pastel or muted colors of these pins are very exciting to me. You don't see a lot of pins that are like that these days, so I just enjoy this set for that reason. It is a Loungefly set of pins. Our last pin from Spicy Pixie was $19.99 originally. You probably have a feeling of what it might look like on the other side. I paid $5. This is part of the Resort Pin collection. It is a limited edition. Little bend in the card there. This pin is from the Yacht Club Resort. I just slowly pick these up when I see them at good prices. It is a rather large set. I think maybe 16 or maybe even more than that pins in this set. And so with sets that large and when they're in the higher price point, I like to just take it slow. And at $5, this one was definitely worth it to add to my collection. But this is representing Alice in Wonderland. I do have to say the artwork on this side is not exactly my favorite. It's not quite as crisp as I would like. So I will probably keep it on this side. That is nothing against Spicy Pixie. That has nothing to do with her. It's just simply the way that the pin was created. And I think that the others are like that as well, but maybe they don't have as much going on in the front because I can't remember feeling quite this way about any of the other pins I have in this collection. But it is a beautiful pin nonetheless, and it is clearly a spinner pin. I would like to see what the edition size is, and I think we're going to need to take the pin off its backer card to do that. That one proved rather difficult for me to see, so I did grab out my magnifying glass, which I purchased specifically to use with my pins, and I was able to see up here that this is a limited edition size of 2,000. I think that that is the same for all of the pins in this set. They're all the same limited edition size. And that concludes that package from Spicy Pixie. We're on to this little light pink package. Ooh, this is from Picking Porter. I love that I've purchased from her enough that I know as soon as I see that adorable little chicken card that it is from Porter. For these pins that you are about to see, I paid $12, $6, $7, and $8. These little cards that Picking Porter created are quite adorable. Her name is Samantha Porter. Here is her Whatnot name as well as her Instagram account information. She's a great Whatnot seller. If you have any interest in Disney pins, you should definitely look her up and tune into her shows. We have, ooh, Stitch. Is he the Chase from this collection? If he is, I did not know that. So this is a collection that a while ago, I can't even remember how long ago. I'm sure it's in one of my previous pin videos, but I started this set. It is a Christmas related Stitch set, and I only have one other pin I think in this set, and then I happened to see this in Porter's show recently and decided to grab it because I knew it went along with the set that I was working on. The glitter on the present is making me wonder though if it is the Chase figure, because the Chase pin, which is something that Loungefly does a lot, other pins created by Disney can have Chase pins as well, but it's pretty common with Loungeflies. But glitter is usually what represents the Chase pin or helps you to tell the Chase pin apart from others in the set. So I will confirm or update for sure when I find out, but I think this might be the Chase pin to that set. So here is adorable little Stitch sitting on a Christmas present. As I mentioned, he is part of a Loungefly set. We have our Rapunzel butterfly home. This butterfly set is now complete. I just purchased the last one recently in a show, so it's not home yet, but it is on its way. This Rapunzel butterfly was the second to last one that I needed. This butterfly set is also Loungefly, and my goodness, it is just a very cute set. There's a matching Loungefly backpack, and I'm a little bit out of my Loungefly backpack era. I do have several and I do like them, but I have not purchased a new one in a while. But the butterfly one is really pulling at my heartstrings and making it hard for me to resist. So we'll see what happens there. I adore the flowers on the lower wings of this butterfly. The coloring is just perfect. I am a pink, purple, yellow kind of person. Those are my favorite colors. So this with the gold color on the edge is quite ideal for me. Next up, look, we have more from that Winnie the Pooh set. That was good timing. And okay, there it is. There's the last one. That's the other one that I was thinking I needed. And here it is in this package from Porter. Some people refer to these guys as the kids. They're from NBC, Nightmare Before Christmas, and they are Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I can't really tell them apart. Somebody tried to tell me something once about the shape of their faces, and that's a good way to tell them apart. So maybe Lock, Shock, because she has crazy hair, and Barrel. Lock, Shock, and Barrel. I don't know for sure. But anyway, this is the last pin that I needed in that set, so I'm excited that it is now complete and that all of the pins are home. I love the green gems on this one. I am a May baby, so this reminds me of emeralds, which is my birthstone, so that is why I especially like it. And then I also really like about Loungefly pins that clear layer that I was mentioning earlier. Some of the artwork that is on these pins is not on the same layer as others. So for example, I'm not sure that you'll be able to tell on camera, but their mouths here, as well as her eye, those all look like they're more 3D, and that's because that portion is printed on a different layer of that clear material. I'm hoping that that is making sense as I'm trying to explain it, but it's just a neat little addition that gives them a little more depth and detail, and I really enjoy this little set of pins. And then moving on to Kanga and Roo, as well as Piglet, that go with Eeyore and Rabbit that we already opened. I'll show them off together. We have those same muted color or more pastel-y flowers and mushrooms with Piglet and Kanga and Roo as well. They're just darn cute. I love the little polka dots on the mushroom caps, little Roo hanging out in Kanga's pouch, and the florals. I am a very florally person. I love florals all over the place on my bags, my clothes, wallpaper, my pins. Clearly, I just love florals. So we now have these two to add to this set as well. On to this next package. Ooh, we have a few bundles in here. This is my other Spicy Pixie package. Oh, and I had a bit of a theme, I guess, in my last couple of purchases from Spicy Pixie, because we have another Pride Collection pin. This time it's the castle in that beautiful rainbow of colors. You've already heard my spiel on that. I'm excited to have this one home, and how fitting that I would show them off in the same video. Yep, I think I'm going to run out of space on the board because I chose to leave the backer cards on some of these pins. We'll do our best to get creative. This one I'm fine with taking off with the backer card. This pin I just stinking love. 90s chick. Or a duck, because Daisy is really a duck. But 90s chick, I am a 90s girl. I was born in the 90s, so without giving away too much information, she was a silver purchase, and I just love this pin for that reason. Newer pin, we've got a cubic zirconium there on the back, and she's just looking real cute and real fancy and a little sassy. Next up, we have 3 that go in a set together. This is not the full set. I'm still missing, I'm missing half of the set now. It's an 8-pin set. I bought one more recently in a show, so it's not home or here with these 3, but I do remember purchasing it, so I know that I have it on the way. And then these three all came from Spicy Pixie. These are similar to the Mickey Mouse and Stitch ones there, but not as big and not quite as detailed. I might take that back actually. I think they are equally as detailed because the detailing or the additional items around the outside of them is still there. I think maybe fewer because the circle is not as big, but that's a lot of detail in there. And oh my goodness, so cute. No glitter in the 2024 of these pins. Newer, of course, because it is presently 2024, but there's the little cubic zirconium. So we have Simba from this set. We have Winnie the Pooh, and we have Genie so far. And I recently purchased Mushu, and then we are, as I mentioned, missing 4 others. I just really enjoy this set. I like the uniformity that they're all in circles. They all have the 2024 on the bottom, but then I like the individuality that it's different characters in the middle. These ones are the cutest. I paid $7 for both of these, which was very exciting to me because that's like $3.50 a pin, which is a great price. And I have been eyeing this little sleeping set of Dale and Chip for a while. Okay, this was a yellow purchase, and actually this isn't Chip or Dale, but I will show this one off because it's the first one that I pulled off the backer card. Here we have Miko and Flit. I love Miko and Flit. I used to have a Miko stuffed animal, and he had some kind of something in his stomach area, and you could squeeze him and he would make this noise that was supposed to sound like a raccoon. Really don't think it did, but it was very neat and I loved that stuffed animal. So Pocahontas has always been one of my favorite Disney movies. Miko has always been one of my favorite characters, as well as Flit. And here we have them together. This looks like raspberries. I thought flowers at first, but those are definitely raspberries. And this is a scene from the movie. We can see the, what is she called? Not just Mother Tree, but she has a different name. But we can see leaves that look like hers hanging down behind Miko. And these two are just so funny together in the movie, so I absolutely love that they're together on this pin. This is also a newer pin with cubic zirconium there. And here we have sleeping Chip and Dale. They were originally $20. Excuse me, originally $20, and I got them for $7. That is crazy. Spicy Pixie has got the deals. I am appreciative of that deal. Go check her out if you want similar deals. But here we have our two sleepy little chipmunks. Again, Chip with the black nose that looks like a chocolate chip, and Dale. Oh my gosh. Newer set of pins, cubic zirconiums on the back. What did I tell you? We're gonna run out of room. I'm gonna go with this pin next. This is the one that was already unpackaged. Originally a $25 pin. This is part of the Stitch Crashes Disney set. This is the second in the series of 12. This one is representing Lady and the Tramp. I think you can kind of see it a little bit behind his ear there. I'll take him off the backer card. You might be picking up from the way that I'm talking about him. Maybe I've done a good job masking it, unsure. But I'm not impressed with this pin. I'll tell you why. This is a 2021 pin, so this set came out in 2021. I love this set. This exact pin is just damaged, so it isn't even about the pin itself. I love the pin. I want this pin in my collection. I just don't want a damaged version. So upon initial inspection, he looks pretty darn good. But if you look up close, we have a big crack right here in his ear, and it's not extremely noticeable, but noticeable enough, and just not the quality that I was expecting. When I purchased this pin, it was supposed to be in great condition. The backer card arrived with some bends in the corner that I didn't expect, and then that damage there on the ear. So I was disappointed. This was a Mercari purchase, and I did initiate a return and was surprised to find that I was refunded and told that I don't need to return the item. So now I'm just undecided on what exactly I'm doing with this pin. I think at the moment I am planning to hold on to it until I'm able to replace it with a better quality of this version, and then maybe I will just offer to give it away if somebody wants to pay shipping or something like that, because if you look at it from afar, it looks like it's in great shape. The rest of the pin is still wonderful, so it's not that it's trash quality, but it's just not the quality that I thought I was paying for. So it's now living here temporarily, but I will read the message on the back of this card because, again, this pin is a beautiful pin, just not this exact one that I have in my hand. Crash into Disney film scenes with Stitch in this wild limited release series of 12 designs. Our lovable yet out-of-this-world alien brings his magic to fan-favorite moments from beloved animal classics. Puppy love is in the air and Stitch can feel it. Making his appearance in Disney's Lady and the Tramp, he's ready for his plate of pasta and pucker with Lady. Breaking all the rules, this item is sure to be a one-of-a-kind addition to any collection, just like Experiment 626 himself. Very cute information that they have along the back, and definitely a cute series that I am working on, and I think this one brought me to just over halfway, so I'm still going to consider myself at the halfway point, since technically I am still hunting for this pin or a replacement of this pin that is in truly good shape. And now on to the last little package. I didn't want to end off on a rough note like that, so that's why I decided to throw Stitch in there when I did. I think this might just be a 2-pin purchase. Yes, this is a purchase from Jilly Goose. It was 2 for $10, so I purchased 2 pins for $10. So 5 each was really the price of these pins. Oh, these are exciting. I remember really liking both of these pins. This one says National Hug Day 2007, Walt Disney World. So this is an example of a pin that, yes, it is dated with a year, and I don't really love that, but the fact that it's National Hug Day and we have Donald and Mickey here with their arms around each other definitely outweighs any feelings I had about 2007 being on the pin. I'm just happy to have the pin. It is a pin on a pin. It's a limited edition of 1,500. Yep, limited edition of 1,500, and just a very cute pin. This sort of glittery, swirly light pink behind Mickey and Donald is very beautiful, and I like the little hearts in there and their big smiles, of course. Part of my love language is hugging, so having a pin that celebrates National Hug Day just feels fitting for me. And our last pin for this video is this newer pin, Walt Disney World, and we have each of the 4 parks represented in this pin, from Epcot to Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. I love that all 4 parks are being represented on one pin. Cubic Zirconium, it is newer, so that's a fun pin to me. Tinkerbell is up here toward the top of the castle. We can see the fireworks, the iconic fireworks that Disney always has. A very beautiful pin. And that completes our unboxing for today. Thank you for joining me on this unboxing. And as usual, I would love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite pin of the ones that I opened today? You know, if you've seen my previous pin videos, that it is pretty hard for me to pick a single favorite. I usually try to narrow it down some, but of course I like all of these pins, and that is why I purchased them. I think that my favorites today may be 90s Chick. I just love it. The message is so funny. This pin is very special to me because, as I mentioned, Miko and Flit are just characters that I have loved for a long time. Really love the Pride Collection pins. This butterfly set of pins is too good. One of my favorite sets that Loungefly has come out with in a long time. And then, of course, I'm super excited to have this NBC set complete and my first Hollywood Tower of Terror pin. So yeah, I didn't really pick a favorite, and that's often how it goes with me, but they are all wonderful. I'm happy to have all of them home. And if you are able to pick a favorite or a few favorites, please share that with me in the comments. Thanks again for being here today. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!